Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome, 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 welcome. You can clearly see what this video is about from the title. Let me play this clip first, and then I'll come back with my opinion and commentary.
It's a horrible time remaining in the game. 15 seconds. Price kicks to Elo. He goes for three. And hits it. Cleveland by one. I wouldn't have done that. I just wondered what you thought. Right. I would, of course, never call it. All right, here we go. Time remaining in the lower right. And they're going to double up Michael Jordan here. It's tied. Jordan's going for three. He does not get it. We're in overtime at Richfield Coliseum. Michael Jordan has been absolutely sensational. The other guys have gotten out of the rhythm of the offense. Michael Jordan in the fourth quarter scored all but 6 of the points, and as a result, the rest of the guys then weren't into the flow. Michael has been sensational. Got to come double team him right now. Get it out of his hands. Jordan for 13. Jordan has 63, matching his career high. 3 minutes to go in the overtime.
Okay. Sensational. Wow. Okay, first off, let me start by saying this before I dive into my opinion and commentary. Do I watch the NBA like I used to? Absolutely not, for a variety of reasons. It's just, to me, a marshmallow type of style of play, era, game. So I really have no interest in it like that. I tune in here and there occasionally. I have certain players that I'm fond of or whatever for quite a few reasons, but I really don't tune in like I used to. The whole style of game just changed. But as you can see from my title, what this video is going to be about, and you just heard that clip, just one of the many clips, and this clip is from the 1990s video. How ironic of that, playing against Cleveland. It was this video is about, yeah, the real GOAT versus the non-GOAT. Yes, I'm going there. I'm going there today. I'm going there. Versus LeBron, the non-GOAT. Okay. In my opinion, and I'm coming from a greatness perspective, a greatness. Michael Jordan on the court, and I'm coming from the on the court perspective. I don't care what he's done off the court, blah blah blah. That's just not. We're living in two different times, and things were different back in the '90s. Let's just be honest when it's in terms of politics, in terms of social justice issues, and all of that. Back then, people tended to mind their own business and just did their jobs and went about their business and donated to different professions, not professions, but different charities, and did philanthropy work behind the scenes. They wasn't like, it wasn't advertised as to what they stood for, this and that, but that was back then. We're in a new era now. And no disrespect to the new era with a lot of social changes and justice issues and players speaking out, which is great, which is great. I'm not against that at all, whatever. But again, my commentary and opinion is strictly from on the court style of play and all of that. Okay, we all know. And hey, I might be coming from a biased perspective. So if this is for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. I don't care. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He has been GOATed for decades now. As for LeBron James, you can't compete when you can't compare. In my money bag, your voice. Let me say that again, that phrase again. You can't compete when you can't compare. Just Google the phrase and a song may pop up. And those who know. Okay. So my views again is basically opinion related on the GOATs, the official GOAT, the real GOATs in comparison to the non-GOAT. And it's purely based on heart, drive, competitive spirit, passion, work ethics, and love for the game. Love for the game. So, like I stated before, I'm from the Jordan era back then, and the NBA rules were different back then. They were, and let's just be clear and honest. There was not so much regulations around the game of basketball in terms of like on the court rules. There was more competition from everyone else in the game as well. To me, it was more of a back then. It was more of a defensive style of play, just as much it was an offensive game as well. And then if you think about this era, nowadays the LeBron non-GOAT era um, has changed drastically. In my opinion, it's more manufactured players. Hence LeBron. Yes, I'm going there. I'm going there. The non-GOAT. And I say that, I guess, respectfully, quote unquote. But no, seriously, but his on the court journey, in my opinion, has been subpar to me. And the rules, like I stated before, nowadays are simply um, not as tough, in my opinion, and it's less defensive, less of a defense style of game play in the NBA, and more of an offense. It's like offense rules now instead of being a balance or more so defensive. Back then, it was oh wow, the game was super defensive, but then it was offensive as well. So to me, back then it was more balanced. Like I say, nowadays it's more of an offense style of play as opposed to a defense style of play. It's not as tough as it was. For example, from like, and then also too, why I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT and will forever be the GOAT, and rightfully so. It's because from a forming perspective, for example, nowadays there is more player stacking, meaning superstar talents combined on one team. It's like you playing a PlayStation, you picking all the, all the superstars to play for one particular team. It's like, what? Who does that? I know about PlayStation because I have boys. I'm a boy mom, so all these games and this and that, I'm very familiar with. Okay, so and then also too, like when players are stacked, then you go into like they form this super team to dominate a conference and to chase a championship and win essentially. Players do have more power, I would say, to tailor their contracts as well, which in my opinion, that's a good thing nowadays. But when it comes to players making superstar player stacking decisions with the GMs, I feel it's like a cheat code and they aren't truly competing as opposed to how they were competing back then. Not to say that like Jordan didn't have any influence as to who would come to the Bulls or who they're going to trade and this and that. Probably so. I'm sure he did. But it's just nowadays you have, oh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? Like superstar players coming together, like dominant superstar players that could actually lead a team. Like LeBron James is a leader. Who else? Dwayne Wade is a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You have Kawhi Leonard is a leader. You have uh, even with Golden State Warriors, you have what Kevin Durant was there. He's a leader to me, and I guess you can't say he's a leader. Well, I don't think he has that a strong leadership abilities, but he does have some leadership qualities. So you can look at him to being a leader, and look at Steph Curry. I thought that that was a cheat code as well too. And honestly, I was happy for them. Yeah, I was because LeBron did it. So why not them? Oh well. That's how LeBron. LeBron shaped the game. He shaped it how it is today. So, but yeah, to me, it's like a cheat code, and that's not a competitive spirit. In the MJ era, many players, including Michael Jordan, stayed with their teams to continue the quest to win a championship. I recall being tuned in to the news with my fingers crossed to see if Michael Jordan would resign with the Bulls, renew his contract. Everybody would be on pins and needles and eggshells and stuff. And then so when they would come out and they would announce, oh, Michael Jordan has renewed his contract for however many years, like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get another, we're gonna get another ring or a chance to get another ring, blah, blah, blah. And when he did, like I said, everyone was like super excited. I don't know. It just seems like back then, heart, the love for the game, the passion, and the focus was competition. It was competition. And there was no player stacking back then. Yes, like I stated earlier, I'm quite sure Michael Jordan probably had like some influence with the GMs, like, hey, who to get or this and that, who, to think about to get to trade or to come to the team. Yes, he did. He did, I'm sure. So it's like chess plays to acquire good talent. But you didn't see Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Isaiah Thomas playing on the same damn team. Just gonna be clear about that. No, you did not see that. Nope. They all competed against one another, trying to dethrone players in any other teams out the conference. So I just enjoyed the competitiveness from that perspective. They weren't trying to, and I think one of them said that, even Isaiah Thomas, maybe that was on Michael Jordan's his documentary or whatever. They weren't trying to play with each other and hang. What? They was trying to beat each other on the court. You know what I'm saying? And then we ain't finna chummy outside of this. No, that's how you get in and no, you trying to dominate me? No, I'm the Don. I'm the Don. I'm the head in charge. So yeah, back then it wasn't like the player stacking. Yeah, they would seek good talent, the GMs and stuff. The organizations would seek good talent, but like I stated, you didn't have like superstar players playing together. Like what? No. In the LeBron era, aka, and I also call this the marshmallow NBA style of play. That's why I really don't tune in like that. Yeah, marshmallows. They are marshmallows. You have what type of players? You have players that are, I guess they call it load managing. These different terms and phrases these people be coming up with, meaning not playing as much for whatever reason. Then you got the team stacking and more focused on their own stats and legacy. MJ era, the players, to me, in my opinion, a certain extent, unconsciously or unintentionally created their own greatness and legacy due to the love of the game, the passion of the game, not for selfish reasons. They did it for the game, the fans, the sport. It's just, you can just look at some of the old footage. You heard the footage I just played. And like I said, how ironic that footage. I didn't even think about that footage when I pulled it up, the audio. I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is Cleveland versus Cleveland. So look, and then look, 23 versus 20, me versus me. Another money bag, song, me versus. I like to correlate musics a lot of times with some of my videos, workout videos, and all of that. So, yeah. So me versus me, 23. How you gonna proclaim you the GOAT? Self-proclaim, because I think he claimed that himself too. He claimed himself the GOAT, and you wear the official GOAT's number. Like, who does that? Make it make sense. How you 23 too? It's me versus me. Like I stated earlier, you can't compete when you can't compare. The real GOAT versus LeBron, the non-GOAT? Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there today. I'm going there. Yeah. So like I said, yeah, like in the MJ era, the players, they unconsciously and unintentionally created their own greatness and legacy due to the love of the game. Not for selfish reasons. They did it for the fans, the game, the heart, the passion. No, they weren't getting paid as much as they're getting paid now. So the players nowadays, y'all better be thanking the MJ era. My gosh. But yeah, so wow. The only time also too when we would see superstar players playing together was for the Olympics. They have like the Olympics, however many years, and countries play against one another. That was great to see. That would be great to see. You see Michael Jordan on the team with Magic Johnson, and they're competing against other countries and stuff. That's how it's supposed to be. That was great to see. That's when the superstars supposed to come together and compete. The only player, and I'm about to wrap this up, y'all, but the only player I would say who had the heart, drive, passion, work ethic, and love for the game like Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant. I just can't understand why he's not in the conversation of being a GOAT. I would say cross the fraudulent 23 out, the non-GOAT, LeBron James. Cross that out. Cross that him out the conversation and insert Kobe Bryant. In my opinion, Kobe Bryant was better than Michael Jordan. I mean, not Michael Jordan, better than LeBron James, the non-GOAT. And I slipped up and said Michael Jordan because honestly, Kobe Bryant's style of play, I remember just watching him. Like, he's really seemed like he's picking up Michael Jordan. I didn't know he and Michael Jordan was really close, so I can see that. I can see that now. Going back when Kobe came into the league, when he had the afro. Yes, like I stated, I used to be a passionate NBA, just watching all the games, especially when they would play against the Celtics. Oh my gosh, I liked Paul Pierce back now. That was competitive. Them too. They came up in that competitive era as well. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Players like that. Vince Carter. What? What? Yeah. Now that was competitive style play too back then. So I love that they were right behind that Jordan era. But yeah, so yeah, I know this probably is an unpopular opinion. And y'all probably like, who asked you, girl? Who asked you for your opinion on the real GOATs, Michael Jordan versus LeBron, the non-GOATs? Nobody had to ask for my opinion. I'm giving it. I'm giving it. I'm giving it. But yeah, so like I stated, heart, drive, passion, work ethic, all of that. Kobe represented that, and in my opinion, he's the GOAT. God, rest his soul. But I don't understand why he's not in the conversation. I just don't understand because his competitiveness was there, his passion was there. His style of play was there. I said he kind of mimicked and mirrored Michael Jordan. That's why I guess I gravitate more towards a Kobe Bryant being in the conversation of a GOAT as opposed to LeBron, the non-GOAT. But yeah, there you go. I know you guys didn't ask for this, but I'm giving this because I just had to jump into the conversation and give my commentary and opinion about who's the real GOAT for sure. And again, this is on the court. I'm not talking about off the court. I'm not talking about what they've done in their personal lives and with their families and all of that and blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the dominance, the love, the passion for the game. I am a competitive person, you guys. Healthy competition. I just, man, I used to love watching the NBA. Like I said, nowadays, got a lot of marshmallow stuff going on. These players are, woo, yeah. So I just watch nowadays for shits and giggles, and I might have a few favorites, and here and there, might tune in the playoffs and root for people against the people that I just don't like. That's where I'm at nowadays, watching the NBA. But I have a poll going, y'all. So I need for you guys to go over to my community section about who you think is the real GOAT. Head on over there and vote. Is it Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Also, what I need for you all to do right now is to like this video, share, and those new to my channel and those who have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Also, let's get the conversation going in the comment section. You can also do that as well. Make a comment on this video. What are your opinions? The real GOATs versus the non-GOATs. Don't take offense to this, y'all. Goodness gracious. I know a lot of you LeBron fans and y'all might not like this video, but whatever, please don't be a marshmallow about it. But yeah, go ahead and vote. Going over to the community section and vote. So what you're going to do is go to the community section and vote. And you're going to also like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, subscribe. And thank you all for tuning in to the mix. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.